I think there's also, it's just a lot of content is like negative in general. That does get the clicks sometimes, but like, and I'm not so interested in like getting in the heat of battle with people or anything, but like, but I do have my feelings on just kind of these things. Miming it's interesting because like recently Jacobra Records talked about Ichika Nito. He had like a 39-minute video where most of it was showing clips, and a lot of his stuff for the past 5 years has been mimed. And there seems to be a difference in how he plays live and the edited videos, and like significant enough. And people are kind of disappointed, and also it's just, you know, I think he just kind of laid out the facts of just kind of, here's all these examples, and you know, it seems deceptive because he's some of these videos are marked live and they're clearly not live, they are mimed, you know. So like there's a dishonesty kind of going on there, and I think that's unfortunate because I think Ichika Nito has a lot of potential. I think he's very creative. He figured out how to edit his stuff, and he gets it pretty close. But like, it's deceptive. I mean, I would like to see him. Also, I'd just like to see him in a band context. Honestly, personally, I don't really care about like an apology or some kind of like whatever. Maybe other people would like that. I don't care. I would just like to see him in a band, like with people playing and like more, and just more live footage, more like. Ola England talked about, hey, there's too much overproduction on music. I want us to play a little bit shittier. Let's have a little bit more real stuff, you know? In the age of AI and, you know, Pro Tools and things like that, let's leave a little bit of humanity. Honestly, even with the edited videos with Ichika, it's still impressive to compose. Yeah, I mean, you gotta make stuff. Although, shitty practice to be posting if it's live to an audience, in fairness. Yeah. And the thing is, it's like he posted some videos, hey, actually this is the hardest part, and he's like tapping with his foot to start the recording, you know, on his laptop and stuff, and then like playing happens and you don't see his hands. You know, there's like quick cuts of just like his hands in different spots and you don't see the other hand. There's clear stuff of him missing frets and like, you know, strings getting bent and stuff. It's once you notice it, it's kind of hard. Like, and I watched his latest video, which was just a one-shot take, but there was like an A string ringing and he muted it and it still sounded like it was ringing. And it's like, oh, okay, like it's still happening. I mean, that was like a week ago, a little over a week. So, and it's kind of like, oh, dang, like, still going on. I mean, I think he's talented. I mean, you know, I think he does create some creative things and he composes some stuff, but it's also not really my style. I don't really get much like inspiration from his stuff because it's just kind of solo guitar. I want to hear like I want the band, I want the rhythm, you know, section in there too. And you know, I'm trying to work on some stuff, and you know, I need to kind of get back to creating and doing stuff like that. It's different. Like with the CD, it's you're people give an allowance of cuts. For the most part, a studio CD, people understand this is a laboratory thing. For the most part, I would say most people they hear the things. It's for their ears. It's fine. However way you get there, it's fair game. On some level, there is like the questioning where it's like, okay, can they play this live? Queen, for Bohemian Rhapsody, they could not do the opening choir section, the voices. They don't have enough voices. But they could play, the way Freddie plays the song, he goes right into doom, doom, dun, 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 mama. Like, he goes right into it. They can play their stuff. And quality varies between performances. You know, I mean, there's a lot of like technical bands. They've had their criticism of like, oh, they can't actually play the thing, but like they get to the point. Like I've heard, my friend was telling me, oh, I think like Dragon Force had like they sped up some of their stuff a little bit, and like people were like, hey, it's like slower live or something, or you know. Can I play Don't Stop? I'm not a musician, so I don't know it's miming right away or sometimes at all. I mean, you know what? I didn't really think of Ichika Nito as miming. I didn't really dissect his playing that much. I just kind of listened to it. I just, you know, I got bad eyes, and I was just like, okay. I've had complaints kind of about his tone and, you know, some things like that. And also he's just kind of a bedroom musician. There is a clear difference between the bedroom musician, glorified bedroom musician, and playing live, and also what makes a good video. You know? Like, he found, oh, if you do short form content, meme titles, and highly edited, this can reach a lot of people. And he got endorsed. He has his own guitar. Great. What inspired me to start playing? So, couple things. I heard my brothers brought guitars. I thought they looked cool. I thought it was cool. I was fascinated with that. And their friends would leave guitars over at our house or something. Maybe they were in a band, or maybe, you know. So I always thought it was cool. Eddie Van Halen Eruption was like the initial, whoa, I gotta play. And then like my brother had a guitar, I wanted to get a guitar, and then around like 11 or 12, Christmas, I got my own guitar. I started playing. I started like looking up tabs, looking up Napster, Kazaa, and trying to look up guitar solos. Steve Vai was like, there was like a minute video of just like, holy crap, this is like amazing. And like, I was drawn to guitar. My brother was like listening to Stevie Ray Vaughan, and so I learned a lot of Stevie Ray Vaughan. Started with the blues, you know, started taking lessons. Yeah, so like definitely Eddie Van Halen was a big deal. And just like looking up guitar solos on Napster. And like, this was before YouTube. This was before, you know, like you had to look up stuff just like on AOL, America Online. Dude, just for like a 1 minute video that was like 240p, you had to like wait like 2 days for it to download. AI is going to affect the music industry. It's here. Auto-tune has been a thing since like, what, the 80s, 90s? Automation can be helpful. I think there definitely is a growing need for more man-made stuff. And, you know, I think I heard like a clip of Ben Affleck talking on like Joe Rogan. He was talking about how they use like ChatGPT for like just to brainstorm ideas, and like it's not like a good writer. It's very like middle of the road, but in some ways that's like useful because it's like, well, wait, what? This is like stuff everybody else is doing. Maybe it like prompts you to kind of think a little bit differently. I think for brainstorming it's fine. Like if you have some kind of things that will like take some of that logistics out of the equation, it can be fine. I don't really like the overly quantized music. I like when music breathes. Where it's like, oh, you know, a band, like, they have imperfect timing. They go a little faster. They go a little behind the beat. To me, that's the art. It's not a mistake. It's kind of deliberate. There is like a little bit, you know, some things can be nudged. Most music is nudged and tweaked in that way. I think it's whether we like it or not, it's here to stay. Brett, thank you. Yes, I got monetized. I'm so happy I got monetized on YouTube. It takes so long, man. It took me a long time. I'm not you know. お疲れ様よ。ありがとうございました。よく努力しかないね。なんかいつも努力しますよ。これからのもっと成長して続けてね。やっぱね、上がりしかない。死なない。Yeah, man. Brett Childs taught me Japanese. At MagFest, there was a band. I met up with a friend. He was excited to see one of his friends play, or like their group. And he said he's like, you know, they were playing fine. They had like Sora AI videos playing in the background. And so it just kind of like, it really like turned him off. And so he just like walked out disgusted. And I think that may be a common thing. It's definitely going to get better. It's a tool. It is a tool to explore some creativity. There will be people that will use it in clever ways that I think at some point people just won't care. People use Snapchat filters. People use all kinds of things. There's the guy that like, hey, let's see this person. Let's see them black or Chinese, you know, like, and he takes their picture and turns it black and Chinese. And a lot of people follow that guy. Like they're excited like that. They like that bit. I don't know if that's AI. Probably not. I mean, there's like something that is called AI, and then there's some other things where it's like you're taking a thing and then there's some kind of algorithm that is used, and it changes a picture to something else, or it takes something that exists and it like remixes. You know, there is people will look at all of the doom and gloom, where rising RAM prices, you know, stealing, that kind of thing, and you know, and maybe there should, you know, maybe this is one of those things where if you take from enough people, you know, people take musical ideas. We build off of people that we appreciate and respect, and we try to create a new thing from that, or some kind of variation on a theme. You know, this is using a computer to do that, so maybe it lacks soul. That was something a friend and I were kind of like in a discussion about soul versus, you know, can AI even have like can you use AI and will it have soul to it, you know? And it's like a subjective thing, like, you know, if you put more time into it, that maybe gives it more soul or something. Theft is the really big one, with how a lack of legislation everywhere on the topic. Well, and then legislation, bringing the government into it, you know, like, I don't know, like, I don't like when the government interferes. I'm kind of like, I don't like the government. I'll just put it that way. I don't care who's running it. Like, I don't like when government is involved in art. at some, you know, I guess if there's no other avenue, or if it's something that, like, you know, I don't know. Bjork had a soul comment about computers. She also said, don't trust poets. Okay? I don't know. I don't know. But her voice is very soothing, and she was beautiful when she said that, so, you know. I got mixed feelings on AI-generated music. I can kind of hear the AI in it, and I don't like it. And if somebody shows me an AI-generated thing, like, hey, this is like an AI-generated thing, I don't really want to hear it. It doesn't really drive me. I've jammed to some AI before, and, like, you know, it's like I can kind of hear how it comes up with the chord progression or something, and it mimics something fairly well, but, like, I'm not really, like, I don't really get driven by it. You know, there is kind of like, there is that, like, AI voice, or like that AI frequency that you can kind of hear. It's a DNA, I don't know, maybe it's just like, I'm, like, used to hearing some music, but, like, I see a lot of videos uploaded on YouTube, and they're like full albums, and they have like 0 views, and they were just uploaded like a minute ago, and you look at their channel, and it's like these are prompts. These are generated prompts of, like, albums of music, and it's very disposable. I don't really see the use. I don't really find you know, it doesn't really drive me. Maybe you could use it as a backdrop for D&D, for your own sessions or something. I hate it, but I've heard a couple that were kind of good for having no soul to it. Do you think copyright should exist with music at all then? Or, it's very easy to exploit copyright, I think. I think YouTube is kind of, I get copyright claims all the time for doing these streams, like, tens of songs. Like, I'll play 30 songs, I get like 30 messages, this can't be monetized, sure. And sometimes it's not even the artist that's claiming it. It may be somebody in, like, South America. It might be somebody in Bangladesh. It might be somebody somewhere totally different, in Nigeria or somewhere else. Brazil. It might be somewhere, you know, Peru, something. Could just be somebody, I don't know. Like, there's people who claim and are stealing money from artists due to putting in a claim. It was at least very bad. I don't know if it's gotten better. There are ways to kind of sidestep this stuff, but also it's like, make your own backing tracks or something. Buddy sends me AI videos, and I get so pissed he thinks they're not. That is annoying. Definitely background. I'm pretty sure stores, like grocery stores, are already using AI music. Like, it just, or it's just really bad. Like, there's just tons of bad music, and it's like, I mean, they're like, on the flip side, it's like, and I'm not even gonna say like, hey, I'd rather listen to bad music than AI music. No, I don't like, I'd just rather not listen to anything at all. Frankly, to say frankly, if copyright exists at all, yeah, I don't know. It's like some system where things are directed back to who made the thing, you know? This was kind of like the idea of NFTs, whereas like smart contracts with art. A smart contract where it's like, if somebody plays or is using this thing, the money should go to the originator, you know? But people don't like NFTs. Like, it hasn't, it hadn't really, you know, hadn't really been developed. Hold music. I've listened to AI Desert Rock on YouTube. Enjoyed what I heard. Thing is, it's like for a lot. Okay, and just kind of take another angle to it, where there'll be old people who have songs in them, and they want to fully realize an idea. They don't have money to pay artists. Have you tried getting people together before? It's really hard to get people together to play music. Workflow, like, you know, just getting something together. And not to get like a, hey, if you can't tip, you shouldn't tip at all kind of thing. If you can't get bands together, you shouldn't use computer instruments. Like, let's not be ridiculous. There's people who are songwriting and they play their chords and their music is realized, and it's like, it's kind of a cool thing. I think Rick Beato talked about there should be a separate category where it's like the AI, you know, charts, or the AI awards, or whatever. You know, like whatever is recognized, or whatever is like some kind of discriminating factor, some kind of limit on there. It's going to get harder to detect all that stuff, and whatever detection system, that's going to be tricky to even be able to do that too. GWAR, yes, Woodstock. Yeah, I saw GWAR. GWAR is, just listen to GWAR, man. Just listen to GWAR. Like, let's not like spend so much time worrying. Let's listen to GWAR. Majority of band, I listen to stuff I find on my YouTube recommended, which I've ran into a few AI bands. Yeah. There was like a month or two where I just kept seeing some stuff. AI enhanced versus completely AI. Yeah, I think there is gonna be, you know, a mix of like the stuff. Like, I don't think real performances are gonna go away. I'm from Virginia. Like, I live in Virginia. GWAR they are a Virginia institution. So like, if you ever visit Virginia, go to Colonial Williamsburg, sure. Go to Jamestown. Learn history. Go, you know, see these historical sites. And then go see GWAR. Like, they're a Virginia institution. Go to the GWAR bar. Go to any kind of GWAR thing. They're important. They're important to Virginia. Yeah, so I think it's all, there is going to be a deception. There is going to be a deception of all media from here on out. It's already here with games. You know, Larian Studios, which I like Larian Studios quite a lot. I loved Baldur's Gate 3. They got flack because they said they used like AI for like brainstorming and some concept art, and they said, oh, we have like 23 concept artists. Because people were like, you should be paying concept art. And they're like, we have 23 concept art and we're looking for more. I don't think that was a bad response. I think they had a pretty reasonable response, and they explained how they use it. And, you know, I don't know. Like, I think the low level, like, I know people, they make their money using AI. Like, they make their money using AI. And they are artists. They are artists who use AI. But it's like they're providing their services. So it's like, it's a tool. We should get used to using it. If I'm using, I mean, it's like, if I'm using if I'm using, you know, sampled instruments that I bought, I guess it's like, you know, and people pirate stuff too, but it's like I bought Easy Drummer. These are like live recorded drums. A drummer sat in the studio, played the drums. They got paid. I don't know if they get paid for every single purchase of Easy Drummer, but they got paid for the service that they provided. People do stuff for free and then it gets taken and used somehow, or it's thrown in this whirlwind of stuff. People screen cap other people's art and repost it or remix and make a meme or something, and they share it. And like, artists aren't compensated. And there's people, they put watermarks on their stuff and they're like, don't share my stuff or whatever. Like, I don't know. I think I'm more interested in creating. I'm more interested in performing and creating. For now, I'm just using backing tracks that I look up on YouTube. I don't know if they like would remove guitars with AI. I mean, is this like a useful, you know, I mean, these are backing tracks people make, or maybe they painstakingly remove, or maybe they have the masters and they put in the stems that they want. Starting in music. I'm kind of blabbing now. I'm kind of just like different in 30 years, yeah. Who was it? Mark Tremonti was saying this might be the last era of real music. It's a little bit dooming, a little bit doomer kind of mindset. I'm gonna be playing, guys, I'm gonna be making $3 a day in 30 years. Like, I'm just gonna be doing this, I guess. I don't know. Or maybe I'll get some steam or something. I don't know. Is anybody a genie? Can you tell my future? Psychic? Is there a more successful Ross using AI, or is a less successful Ross? Or is there a more successful Ross that just tries to get better, goes through the struggle of making art and trying to just do this? Or is there, I don't know. I guess it's separate stems, ethical ways. Well, I mean, I guess that would be a use I would find kind of interesting. There's apps that already remove, you know, there's like upscaling stuff, like, you know, there's gonna be some things that like, it'll be useful. There'll be technical things, but it's like, you know, people always say jobs, like it's taking jobs. Is it immigration? Is that like illegal immigration, but computers? I don't know. I'm gonna marry a Bayonetta cosplayer through AI. Through AI. It's gonna work out. It's gonna work out, boys. It's gonna work out. Yeah, I don't know. Let's play some music. This was nice. I guess we had an interesting talk. Is this the video? Is this the video being interrogated like this? What do you think? What do you think? Should I not upload this?